Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do episode 12 of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go through all the prior videos, questions, and comments, and help you with your HUT lineup decisions. Guys, thank you again for all of the subscriptions and likes. Apologize for the lack of Who Should You Choose videos. It's just kind of tough for me to do them daily, so I'm trying my best. If you have any HUT questions or anything like that, come check me out live on stream. I'm starting to stream 2 p.m. Eastern time every single day up until the new content at 5. So if you have any HUT lineup questions or jump into my Discord link is down below. All right, let's get into today's Who Should You Choose with the new layout. Shout out to my man Tyler for the great layout here. All right, so that Quidditch kid, let's take a look here. He's got Barzal, Crosby, McKinnon, Eichel, Little, Kucherov, Primetime Druin, Base Hall. Okay. What's up, Sleeves? Love the content. Keep up the good work. This is my team, and I currently have about 550,000 coins, about halfway for Foot and Danfoos. I currently have X Factor cards for Matthews, Seth Jones, Pedersen. Just need some guidance on what to do and where to go. Team is feeling pretty slow with only 2 synergies activated. My only X Factor powered up all the way is Barzal, and I have 16 power collectibles. I also have 33 out of 48 for Duchene. All right, so first of all, I know this is a couple days ago. Make sure that you get Duchene done because he is going to be on your team for the entirety of the year. You also mentioned that you have Matthews, Seth Jones, Crosby, Pedersen. I would upgrade Matthews all of the way. Same with Seth Jones and same with Crosby. Get those guys in your lineup. Use all of your power up collectibles and get them all the way up, and your line is going to be buzzing. All right, Ace Sleeves, thank you so much for all the amazing content. Thank you, my man Jason. Your work is phenomenal. Much appreciated for everyone who watches. Quick question for you. For free-to-play players, would making the 88 to 891 Superstar Origins Matthew still make sense? I feel like I have a good collection of lower overall players, and I'm able to make the 88 upgrade Matthews his 90, I believe. I just wanted to see if your opinion is worth it all. My team is untradeable with all the exception of Taylor Hall. You have X Factor, Stamkos, Barkov, McDavid. Honestly, I would rather just try and buy that Matthews, man. He's going for like 170. I think that would cost you less because when the new event comes out this Friday, you're going to want to be able to spend those cards that you would normally spend on Matthews for the new event that comes out. So that's where I would put my focus there. From Aiden O'Brien, he says, "Hey, Sleeves, love the content. A free-to-play player got very lucky with pulls early on, so I've got a decent team. I've got about 150,000 coins. What should I do next?" He's got Pasta, X Factor, Matthews, McDavid, Marner, Crosby, Kucherov. My goodness. Kane, Kopitar, McKinnon. No joke. Your team is stacked. I would go for Duchene. That's going to be a lot of what I'm saying this today because Duchene, once he is out of packs and unable to be made, things like that, you're never going to be able to make them again, especially if you're a free-to-play player. So I would make sure that you get Duchene done before the event is over. Nolan says, "Hey, Sleeves, love your streams, but where do I go next? My team have got Matthews, Pasta, Draisaitl, all X Factor. Base cards are all tradable. So Yager is his first-line center. I love it. I would put Matthews at center, though, man. I feel like he's just been so effective there. I've distributed well-rounded. I want to upgrade Barzal and some of my X Factors. Barzal has been so brutal. So I still think that Barzal is one of the best cards to take early on just because of his speed and the fact that when he does get upgrades, he should shoot up. I would guess that if he doesn't get a Primetime or a Team of the Week because he's been playing awful, soon, he's going to get an event card. Like, he will go up shortly. EA has been super generic about, like, making sure that everyone is around the same. So, I definitely see that coming. Outside of that, depending on how many coins you have, I'm just waiting. If you can afford Draisaitl or Duchene, I would grab him. If not, just chill. Hey, Sleeves, love the content. Need some help with my team. I got 120,000 coins, Fantasy, Raymond, and Hagel. Thinking about making Binnington for some synergies, and because I need a better goalie, I'm also thinking of making Halloween Rivals. Buying DeBrincat with that. Don't buy DeBrincat's X Factor. I don't think it's worth it. In terms of goaltenders, get the 84 Team of the Week Markstrom. I think he's the best in the game. You've got 120K right now. He's got McDavid, Draisaitl, Suzuki. Your team's sick, dude. I would just I would just keep upgrading McDavid and Draisaitl, and you're laughing, bro. My man Maze Jolt says, "Hey there, love all the content. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Do you think we will get a set for the random set prospect player? Because I think I'm RNG factor around is extremely bad. Like, so far I've done 3 of them and I'm trying to get them, and I'll probably spend even more. I'm a Detroit fan, so I want them badly. Also, what can you do with 10 Evo players I don't want? 3 Romanov, 1 Bunting, 4 Lundell, and 2 Tomasino. Nothing. This was the bad part of this event. I don't know why we weren't able to choose which prospect. So, like, because if you make someone, like I made it and I got Romanov. Awful. Like, one of the worst. Well, my hair's... There we go. Romanov is just awful. Like, you're never going to use him. and you can't do anything with him other than put him into a set, like, which is not worth it. So, nothing you can do. I'm hoping that EA figures something out, but like, I hope they improve upon this event. Fantasy hockey event is my favorite every year. But yeah, the fact that Draisaitl, Raymond and Seider, I was getting my Germans mixed up, Seider are behind this, like, randomness I hate. Does X Factor Pavelski have any chance of going up in value? Also, what do we do with seasonal rewards if we already have like 5 X Factor, including McDavid untradeable? So, all right, that's a good question. Pavelski, even if he gets upgrades, he's going to need a speed synergy upgrade, and he's going to need multiple like upgrade tiers. It's just not going to happen. I think he's one you can just bail out on. I don't think he's not having that great of a year. EA will find a way. Like, maybe in the next event he gets an event card, but he would have to like get a pretty high event card to make it worth it. I don't think so. You're playing the long game, and there's no guarantee of anything. He will get a speed synergy at some point because he's so slow, but I'm bailing out. And seasonal rewards, if you have McDavid if you have McDavid, you still need to do it because you want McDavid, McKinnon, Matthews, Draisaitl now, and even Ovechkin. Like, I would keep doing the X Factors, guys, until you get the God-tiered ones, because once you have them, your team is set. There's no worry about going out and be like, oh, I need to replace this event card, or, you know, I made this Master Set Yager, and now he's kind of useless. The X Factor cards allow you to never have to be worried about that. So that's why they're so important. Like, I just keep doing it until I get McKinnon, McDavid, Matthews, all of that. I would make sure that you get them all. Jordan, my dude. Have the best. Thank you, my dude. Trying to find ways to keep playing lately. Not very good connection to internet, so Rivals is an option. That's tough, man. I mean, there's just nothing to do in Hockey Ultimate Team right now. It's awful. He's got Barzal, Kopitar. He's got a pretty good squadron. This year has shown me the most ability to use the players I want to use. All right, Smith 79, killing it with Iggy, the dream. Thanks for the content, dude. Wait till the weekend or go for the 89 Hughes on the back end. If there's a card that looks massively out of place, it's because I love how they play. We know who they are. Fair enough. Yeah, so like the Hughes I think is going to drop pretty considerably, especially when the next event comes out. Again, this is about a week old, so that Hughes isn't bad for sure, but once someone bigger comes out, it's going to be tough to keep in your lineup. I think he's going to drop quite a bit in price, so wait till the new event, and you should be able to get him for quite cheap. Pat Walsh says, love this stream. Sleeves, not sure where to go from here. I've got Panarin, Matthews, McDavid, Barzal, Stamkos, Morenz, Scheifele, Pekka, Hall, DeBrincat, Ferraro, Rantanen. Okay, he's got Makar, Allfoot, Hughes, Jones, and Bozeman, 88 Hedman on the bench. My goodness, what a squadron here. I hate Pekka. I hate his card. It sucks, but that Atlantic Division is just not worth making. In terms of where you go from here, you're just chasing McDavid. And you need another left-handed winger, like a high-end one. So like Kucherov would be where I would go. Alexi says, hey, Sleeves, greetings from Latvia. Bonjour. Love the content. I have a question regarding upgrading X Factors. I got untradeable McKinnon and Matthews and used tradable base cards to get them both to 88. Now, since I have both of them, and since both of them have the next tiers available, would you rather wait and try and get untradeable base cards for those to replace the tradable, or would you just keep upgrading them to the next tiers and basically lose tradable base cards since they are going to be too expensive to refund and replace it later, especially with Matthews? I also have Stamkos in a similar situation. Although his base card is obviously cheaper, my team is pretty stacked. There's not much I can upgrade on it besides doing the next tiers for my X Factors. So what you can do it with coins, but what I would recommend is, so McDavid and Matthews, I believe, let's use McDavid as an example. He's going for like 95,000 coins. I would much rather grab his base card for 95,000 than spending the 125, because if you pack him untradeable, you can then take that full card out, not lose 50,000 or not lose half your coins, and then sell him for a little bit more. I would do that with all X Factors, by the way, guys. Especially like Matthews, buy the base card, and then sell it if you pack the untradeable. It's like insurance if you pack it untradeable, which is why untradeable rewards are so good. Brownie says, hey, Slaves, if you make one of the Evo cards, will you get the goals they scored to count towards the card even if before you made it? Yes. So you say Duchene scores 3 goals after the event started, but before I made him, he would start. Yeah, he would go up to 89. Also, I made Duchene with mostly untradeable cards. I also have enough cards to make another one of the Master Set Evos, but is it worth using a lot of tradables, including 289 McDavids and some 88 cards as well? Would it be worth it to just stick it? You have 289 McDavids. If they're tradable, sell that. If they're not, there's going to be events, like this next event's probably going to require like 88 pluses. So I would just hold on. Your team is really stacked. Duchene's fine. You could get Kairu, but I would just wait, dude. Yeah, I really like your team. Just keep going with it. Like you've got all the big guns. Just keep that. Joseph says, "Love the content, brother. I'm free to play, and I'm pretty happy with the team I've been able to put together. I'm having trouble with having my best D-man being right-handed and best wingers being left-handed, which I know goes against what you say is the best, but it seems to be working for me. I was mad when I pulled Kachuk since he only has 85 speed, but he seems to play pretty fast and stats indicate, and I kind of like him. Same with Rantanen. You mentioned you don't like his card, but he comes up clutch, and he seems to hold on to the puck well, and I don't notice him not being fast enough. I only have 15K right now and a decent amount of gold players to sell. However, I don't think there's a realistic chance to get Duchene. I'm chasing Draper since my all-time favorite player, respect, and only need 60 more players. Other than that, I'm chasing Mac and McJesus X Factors. Yeah, so you're just chasing McDavid and McKinnon X Factors for sure. If you Draper's your favorite card, go out and grab him 100% always. And yeah, you have one too many righties. I mean, if it works, it works. I would get rid of Base McCarr for a left-handed defenseman like Quinn Hughes or something like that. Other than that, your team is pretty sick, dude. I would just get Draper and then just chill. And also, when it comes to the bigger players, guys, like Ranton and whatnot, it's not that I don't like them. It's that you have to be a very specific player to use them effectively. Like, you have to control TOA. You have to... Your offense can't just come from off the rush. So if you score a lot of goals off the rush because of fast players, these guys are not going to do it for you. Matt Allen said, should I sell X Factor Draisaitl to be able to make Evo Duchene? Also love the videos, thank you. Should I sell X Factor Draisaitl? Ooh. The problem is I don't... Yes. Because you can always get Draisaitl back, you won't be able to get Duchene back. Ice Sleeves need some advice. Here's my current lineup. About 60, 70K in the bank right now. I'm working towards some of the team builders, but haven't spent many coins on them. McKinnon, X Factor, Draisaitl, McDavid, Matthews, Rantanen. All right, so this team, man, you're just working on building up your X Factor. So if you play Hut Champs, take the rewards, the collectibles, throw them into Power Up collectibles, and then start using those to upgrade your X Factors. That's where you really want to focus now. Other than that, man, your team is loaded. You need a defenseman. Look for... Oh, that's Stars of the Month left-handed defenseman. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. And Roman Cervenka, the centerman, he might be better than Stamkos. You can get rid of Stamkos, I think, because you've got stacked righties. Pinner says, hey, Sleeves, great work. Glad you had a chance to recharge. I was no money spent until Monday. Dropped $60. So rip the dream, bro. Everything is untradeable. I've had a lot of good pulls, as you will see. I did a few of the 83 to 87 cents, pulled 2 Crosbys and a few 85s and 86. Wow. I'm 12 away from Matt Duchene with 3 weeks left. I should be able to just get him. Yeah, make sure you get Duchene. The rest of your team is solid. Yeah, man, I'm working on the X factors for sure. Your defense, you could use another lefty to get rid of Carlson, or sorry, another lefty to get rid of Morrissey at this point. But other than that, man, your team is pretty solid, dude. Like, I'm just upgrading my X factors. Like, McDavid up and then try and get Duchene for sure. That's a big one. Team of the Week, Markstrom was great when I had him. Pulled the 87 primetime Gibson. He's just been just as good for me. Gibson cards always play pretty well, too, and he doesn't look like he's going to ever. I don't know what it is, but he does play pretty well. Jake says, hey, Sleeves, fellow Sharks fan here. Let's go, dude. Kucherov, Matthews, Huberdeau, Marchand, McDavid, Ovi. You got to get McDavid off center, man. He's so much more useful on the wing. Event, Seth Jones, Hedman, Doughty, Potvin. You've got a really, really good team here, but you're just chasing, McKinnon. Like, so I would get rid of base Marchand entirely, put McKinnon on the wing, get Huberdeau on the left-hand side, and then, yeah, look for, like, Kopitar, Couturier, Cervenka for your centers, because you've got wingers that are much better at wingers playing center, and that's just going to hurt you. Big Sampy says, hey, Sleeves, love the content and love watching your free-to-play series. Just wondering what I should do with my team. Should I save my coins to buy McDavid to upgrade the X Factor? But I also have around 40,000 coins. So he's Panarin. Should I upgrade What should I do with my team? Should I save my coins to buy McDavid? Yeah, to upgrade the X Factor. No, because McDavid's already fast enough. You're looking for, like, base McKinnon would be better. You want to put Lindros at center, man. He's a bad winger. Put Suzuki on the wing. I hate Braden Point. You can get rid of him, I think, and grab Pasternak, someone like that. But, yeah, you want to get Lindros off of the wing for sure. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Who Should You Choose? Make sure you subscribe with notifications on so that you can get your chance to get your question read early on in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.